Hello everyone, this is Shadow SC2 and I'm going to be casting a 1 versus 1 between the, I guess you would call that orange Zerg player CryptKeeper, spawning in the top right, and spawning in the bottom left is going to be Miwcomoi, the teal Protoss. As you noticed for the different colors, this was a custom game as far as I can tell. Apparently, I believe this was from a recent playoff round in the ESL ICCup. And one of the reasons I say is because on the website SCT Replay said that, but also this map is not a map that I have ever seen before, and I've definitely never cast a game on here. The map is Neo Enigma ESL ICCup. Now the thing is, it is a 4-player map. It's definitely very interesting. I definitely want to cast because of it. Now both. Oddly enough, these two players positioned across spawn, which look very similar to Xel'Naga Caverns. The spawn and the expansion on both sides looks very much like Xel'Naga Caverns. You have a Xel'Naga watchtower right in the middle, and this middle area is covered by tall grass on each edge. So that means that you can put units in here, and they'd have to actually go in to see it. They can't put an overlord like right here and see everything. So although that is a pretty big area, I'm not sure why they would put grass there, but oh well. But also something very interesting, right outside of here, right after your natural expansion, you have a gold expansion that has five mineral patches and two regular Vespene gas geysers. So it's definitely a very interesting map, and also mention destructible rocks right here, right outside your natural. That it leads to another expansion that looks like 7 mineral patches, but it does have a very large choke point right here, so it would be very difficult to cover. And also you have this area that leads from the middle, so that is very vulnerable. Personally, if I were playing this map, I would skip that, expand the third expansion, and go straight for the high yield. Okay, looking at both players, sorry to have to take so long on that. Both players are going traditional. The CryptKeeper is going for a 15 hatchery, while the Protoss player Komoi went for a 12 gateway and is now getting his cybernetics core. CryptKeeper will see this and will be able to notice that his opponent is going for a very standard build. Looks like he's going to be making a proxy extractor. Does not want that Protoss player getting that second assimilator. Looking around, we do have a spawning pool going down, almost up. And the hatchery is about maybe 30 or 40 seconds away. As the spawning pool does come up, what does he make first? We have an overlord. As I pull up the production tab, and as I forget to bring up the name panel, it has been so long since I've casted a game. So it looks like CryptKeeper did come off of that gas geyser, and Komoi is going to be able to get that second gas down. Very critical to get that second gas so that you can make a lot of stalkers, which are very effective against roaches. Even though they are not really that effective against a lot of Zerglings, but yeah, you pretty much, if you get a lot of roaches or a lot of Zerglings, you're going to be able to counter a lot of things. Looks like CryptKeeper is going to be moving out with those Zerglings. He was going, oh, we have a proxy hatchery going down in the base of Komoi. Is he actually going to let that finish? That would be a very weird move, but it would be very interesting. Is he actually going to let that? No, he's not. Okay. Very interesting. I thought we were going to see some very unique play there, but I guess it was just to make his opponent freak out and maybe try and force him to get a lot of units, as we do see a queen come out and spew larvae. As we also see a gas geyser. It doesn't look like a CryptKeeper wants to get any gas out of it yet. He must not be going for a very heavy gas play. Usually, if you have a gas up, you usually definitely want to have units in it, unless you're just trying to pump out a lot of units. But we do see 2 spine crawlers go down for Komoi. Definitely feels like there's going to be a 4-gate coming, which is not going to be the case. We're going to have a 2-gate Stargate here. Definitely very unorthodox, but definitely very unique. It's going to be neat to see how he uses this. This is his only Stargate, as he is going to be throwing down another gateway and a pylon. So total of 3 gates. Looks like warp gate technology is getting about pretty close, about 20 seconds away. Definitely a late gateway warp gate, but he probably started that late just so he could get at that Stargate out a little earlier. But as we see, looks like CryptKeeper did cancel 1 spine crawler, noticing that his opponent was not going 4-gate, and he is just droning up at this point. I don't even see a roach warren at this point. Doesn't look like he's very worried about much of anything. Just going to make some Zerglings and just keep an eye on his opponents. He does have 1 Zergling down the ramp. So that warp gate is finished, so Komoi is going to be able to is going to be able to get some units. He is getting a Void Ray after that first Phoenix. That first Phoenix and a Void Ray is going to be very useful. A Phoenix, if anything, if nothing else, is going to be able to scout out, see what his opponent's doing. But luckily, CryptKeeper does have 2 coins at this point. So if he does notice that Phoenix, then he will be able to pull a queen over to be able to deal with that Phoenix very easily. As the first Void Ray is out, looks like we have another Phoenix on the way. And it looks like CryptKeeper is almost done with his lair. And and it looks like that Phoenix is not going to be doing much. He's just going to be scouting and needs to pull that back before he loses it. And I'm not so sure what he's going to do mainly with that. I guess just kind of check and make sure that his opponent is not going super crazy rush right now, as Miwcomoi is kind of behind on the units. If Mr. CryptKeeper would have made a lot of units and to rush his opponent's base, then he with early roaches, then he might have had a very distinct advantage. As the Void Ray is going to be coming, looks like the Phoenix and the Void Ray are both targeting Overlords. Oh, you need to get that Queen back on that creep. Looks like he's going to be making another Spine Crawler. No, you need to be making a Spore Crawler. Get back down. You need to, oh my gosh, that Queen is almost dead. And that Queen does die. First Queen didn't even send it over. I guess he didn't really think it was going to die, but it looks like he does have a third Queen coming, technically second now. He's going to be sending those Zerglings out so they don't get targeted, but right now this Phoenix Void Ray collection is doing a lot of damage. That Queen is going to be trying to get over, but he's just not going to get there in time, as he doesn't look like he doesn't even have an evolution chamber yet, so it's going to be very difficult to deal with this early air units. Looks like he does have the evolution chamber up. He really needs to throw some Spore Crawlers down. Really needs to throw a lot of Spore Crawlers. There's one going down at his natural expansion. Is he going to have any going down in his main yet? He does have one set. He has 2 queued up to go in his main. So it looks like this air assault is not going to be able to do much. He does have a third. Do much. Oh my lord. He is going to get one more drone. Looks like, is he going to try and get a couple more? Yes. But it looks like the Spore Crawlers are going to come up here pretty soon. So CryptKeeper is not going to be in a very bad spot. He's definitely not in a good spot, as he did lose all of his queens. As a total, I believe, 3 queens lost. However, he does have one about to pop out of his main. Really needs to start making one of his natural, but if he's trying to pump out units right now, he might want to cut back. But looks like that Void Ray about almost taken out, left with 70 hit points. As right now, Miwcomoi, God, I cannot say his name. Miwcomoi is just trying to pick off Overlords right now. However, CryptKeeper, oh my gosh, CryptKeeper is moving his Overlords in the range of all of those Spore Crawlers. Very smart. Oh, hey, I didn't notice that. The Zelnaga Cameras has little flames on it. Interesting. As it looks like those Zerglings are going to engage. They are going to back off. However, they are not very good in that situation. A couple of Stalkers with a lot of Zealots. Very potent army against so few Zerglings. So it looks like CryptKeeper did take this expansion down here. He did destroy these rocks. It looks like, I don't know though. Let's look at the unit station. We have six roaches, 16 Zerglings against 13 Zealots, 3 Void Rays, and 2 Stalkers. He really needs to get more roaches out. I don't know if he has. Yes, he has 4 more on the way, and he has 9 roaches now. So very interesting. This is definitely going to be a close battle. All of those Zealots are going to do a lot of damage. But if Mr. CryptKeeper can get his units in correct position, he will do pretty good. Looks like the battle is going to be starting. Those Zerglings definitely keep those Zealots away from those roaches. And it looks like Miwcomoi is going to back out very smartly, knowing that he does not have the units right now to take care of this. However, he is warping more units in as CryptKeeper is trying to spawn more units. Looks like right now, it looks like CryptKeeper is trying to destroy these rocks. These Zerglings, I don't know where these Zerglings are going, but they really need to get back. It looks like maybe a misclick, or he's trying to go for his opponent's main base. Looks like, yes, he is just going to be traveling the map to try and do some economic damage. But Miwcomoi very smartly going to be getting a Zealot back at his choke. Going to be able. Only thing CryptKeeper is going to be able to do is take down that pylon. After that, he's just going to. Oh no! There were some probes left. There was some probes left. Get out probes as that Zealot does. Oh, he's going to dart into the main. Oh my goodness! Very good play by CryptKeeper. Going to take out a lot of probes. He's going to be taking out. Oh my gosh! Taking out about 5 to 6 probes already. 2 more. Is he going to get any more? No. Looks like those Zealots are going to clean up these Zerglings. as it looks like Komoi just says it's now or never, I need to move in. But it looks like this battle is going to be pretty one-sided as the unit tab counted very even. However, all of these roaches are just going to do mass amount of damage to these zealots, as 18 roaches are just absolutely destroying this army. As you can see, the food count just drop, just melt away for Komoi. However, luckily these Void Rays are in there, and roaches cannot shoot Void Rays. They cannot shoot any air unit, as this third base does go up. Looks like CryptKeeper is going to be in very good shape. Still has not taken this Vespasian gas geyser, but you know what? Who needs 4 geysers when you have 2 at your natural and you have just a bunch of roaches? Roaches are the most cost-efficient unit in the Zerg army, so you don't even need that much gas. 25 per, it's very easy. Looks like we do have a probe that is, wow, that's never seen that before. He has a probe in patrol in his mineral line. Looks like CryptKeeper does want to move out with these roaches. He does have 29 roaches. Let's look at the production. He does have level 2 defense coming up. Is just now starting. As he did not get the attack, he went straight for defense. Very interesting. Most Zerg players like to get that attack upgrade. However, it did seem to help him in that battle, so definitely something people need to start trying is getting the defense upgrade for the roaches. Now, I will have to say that may have been influenced by the fact that there are 2 Void Rays on the field, and he wants those roaches to stay alive as long as possible. Oh no, you need attack move. Oh my gosh, that was so close. I almost thought he was going to lose a lot of units that way. It looks like all of these roaches just may be just too much for Komoi to handle, as he is trying to micro his roaches. Now, he really just needs to, he just needs to attack these units. They're doing very good by CryptKeeper, very good. Playing a little, I believe that it's either Spanishiwa, or there is one pro Zerg player who is very renowned for just making a lot of roaches. He does not even bother with killing the air units. He just says, you know what, I'm just going to make so many roaches that your air units will not make a difference, which is basically what's going on right now, as the expansion is destroyed and Komoi down to his main base with very little probes in his main, as he did transfer a lot of them to his expansion. However, right now, let's look at the unit counting station. 40 drones for CryptKeeper to Komoi's 15, and there's only 5 Stalkers and 3 Void Rays with 21 roaches for CryptKeeper. This has definitely become a very one-sided match. I believe when Komoi went for that early Phoenix and Void Ray harass, he did a lot of damage, but did not do the damage he needed to. Really probably should have targeted the drones just a little more. However, just not going to be able to do much else. Looks like the Void Rays are going to come in, so they are going to get some free shots on these roaches unless they decide to focus down the queen. I believe it would be very smart to go ahead and get that queen, but it looks like these spore crawlers are going to, and there is the GG from Komoi, knowing that there is just not much else he can do. Only 15 probes to 53 drones by CryptKeeper. A very good game by both players, a very unique map. This was a British game according to SC2 replays. Both of these players were British, I believe. Definitely a very good game, showing that Britain does have a lot to offer from StarCraft 2. And CryptKeeper getting the win. And hopefully I will have some more videos up, guys. Sorry, just due to school and other problems that I've had, have not been able to cast any games. But I hope that these games will go up pretty soon. And I hope you like them. If you like them, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.